underwater adventures of BIGGLES.
Algy's courageous action in setting fire to the grass saves the day at the oasis. The dynamite is exploded in such a way that it destroys the guest house, but does no damage to the caves or their occupants. But best of all, it terrifies the Chinese soldiers who survive it. They quickly gather their frightened horses and with Ma Cheng at their head, gallop away into the desert. In the old watchtower, Ming warns Ginger and Dr. McDougal that the soldiers are coming, but no one is unduly alarmed. It is obvious that the horsemen have no thought but escape, until Ma Cheng looks into the valley where Ming hid the horses of his party. At once, the officer orders his men to halt.
I am sorry. It is Ming who did this. Where we left the horses, we thought they would be hidden.
If the soldiers had ridden in any other direction, they would have been Ming. Now, this is just confoundedly bad luck.
It may be worse than that, Ginger. If they realize we're in the vicinity, well, the results could be tragic.
They may not, you know. Some of the horses belong to the Kirghiz. The soldiers aren't likely to risk being attacked by those boys.
No. There are only 4 of them, of course.
They look this way. They know where we have come.
Steady, Ming, steady. They don't know anything yet. They're still trying to work it out.
No, don't try to deceive yourself, Ginge. This tower is the only possible hiding place in the area. Aye, they've worked out that much.
Yes. Yes, they're coming over.
Aye. Well, it seems we'll have to give ourselves up and become prisoners again.
You can forget that one. We aren't giving ourselves up.
But what else can we do? They're 4 armed men.
I have a rifle, haven't I?
But 1 rifle won't be sufficient, Ginger. I'd be willing to fight beside you if I were armed, but no, as we are, there's no question of a struggle.
I don't hold out much hope for it, but... Hello?
They have stopped again.
There seems to be an argument going on. I wonder what that's about.
Well, I should say the soldiers disagree with Ma Cheng about something.
It's about coming here. They don't want to be in it.
No, he's persuaded them, Ginger. They're coming on again.
Yes, and they've persuaded me. Move away from that opening, Ming.
You are going to fight?
I'm going to do something, and whatever happens, I'm not letting them come into this tower until I run out of ammunition.
Can you prevent them?
Of course I can. I remember now. I worked out this strategy some days ago. There's only 1 door to the tower.
That's right. At the foot of those steps.
I can cover it and shoot down anyone who tries to come in. Unless they rush it together, they won't have a hope.
Ginger, you've put me in good spirits again. I'm with you, lad. We'll never give ourselves up.
Hold it, both of you. I want to concentrate on them. They'll be here in a minute. They're still arguing about it.
Is that why they've stopped?
Yes, I think so. Yes, Ma Cheng's coming on alone.
You've got to stop him, Ginge.
They are going.
The soldiers are, not Ma Cheng.
I'll fix him.
Aye. Oh, that was enough for him, Ginger. You nearly frightened him out of the saddle with that last shot.
I was tempted to aim straight at him.
I'm not sure I wouldn't have done.
I don't like killing in cold blood. That's why I fired both shots to frighten the horses.
It was the soldiers you frightened with the first one. They didn't wait to see what it was or where it came from.
I'd say Algy scared those boys when they were in the oasis. They weren't happy at any stage of the game.
The explosion. Perhaps that's what did it.
I don't know what it was, but I'm going to find out. Wake your pals, Doctor. We're going to collect our horses and go into Algy.
I too.
I'm too curious to stay here any longer.
That was good, Ginge. Your story puts a nice finishing touch to the day's work.
What's your feeling about it all, Lacey? Are we safe now?
Well, I wouldn't say that. Sooner or later, Ma Cheng will be back. And next time with a stronger force than ever. But he may delay it for a couple of days. If that happens, we'll be all right.
Why so?
BIGGLES is due here tomorrow. Remember I was telling you about our chief who's coming to pick us up in the plane?
Tomorrow, eh? Life appears rosier and rosier.
It's not quite rosy enough.
No?
In all the excitement of the last few days, we've done no work on the landing strip. What stage is it at, Ginger?
As you say, it's not rosy enough. We've cleared more than half of it, but there's a darn good day's work left to be done.
And less than a day to do it in. We'll relax until Henrik gives us the whistle that the meal's ready. But after we've eaten, we'll all have to hop out and work on the strip. We'll stick at it until we're finished.
You can leave me to look after it, Algy. You aren't fit enough yet.
Oh, don't give me that. I just blew up an entire building with my bare hands, didn't I?
More or less, but...
Then you cut out the guff about me not being fit. Ah, here we are. How's it going, Henrik? Grub ready?
The ladies have laid it out in the caves, Algy. I thought it safer.
Good idea. Well, come on, fellows, let's eat. I'm famished.
Well, I hope you aren't too hungry. There's not a great deal of food.
No, I suppose there isn't. Now we've so many mouths to feed. Still, it'll last till tomorrow, won't it?
Oh, yes. If we eat sparingly, there should be sufficient to last us a week.
Oh, you can eat as much as you like, Henrik. Biggles will be here tomorrow, and we shan't be needing any more grub.
Hello.
Oh, it can't be the soldiers again.
It's a party of horsemen. And they're coming into the valley.
Yes. It's the Kirghiz. I think those are the blokes who shot through in the desert.
Oh, that's all right, then. They won't harm us. Hop over and see what they want, will you, Henrik?
Of course. Perhaps you had better wait. We can eat when they have gone.
You know, I'm growing quite fond of those blokes. They did a darn good job at the ambush last night.
Yeah, I'll never be fond of them. I'm not ungrateful for what they did for me, but they're insolent, untrustworthy rogues. Unless you have fighting or money for them, Ginge, fear them. Never rely on them.
What's it all about, Henrik? Why the argument?
You would argue too, Algy. They demand food.
Good. Then I jolly well will argue. We haven't enough food to share with them.
I know, and I explained that to them. But they say if we don't give it to them, they will take
The
it.
cheeky devils.
They will do it too. Apparently, a large party of the soldiers has moved into Tunwang. The order has been given that the Kirghiz are to be wiped out. And these fellows are riding west to Turkestan. They say they have come here for their wounded companion and for food.
Doesn't that mean anything to them, that we saved the life of their pal?
Oh, it means little, but I think if it had not been for that, they would have killed and robbed us anyway. No, we shall have to do as they ask, Algy.
Oh, all right, confound them. Come up to the caves and we'll see what we can spare.
You know, Algy, I didn't think they'd ever be satisfied.
The blighters have just about cleaned us out.
Yes.
However, they've gone. Let's go in and eat a bit of what's left. After that, we can get on with the strip.
My word, thank goodness Biggles is coming tomorrow.
You take charge of that half, Ginge. We'll work from both ends to the center and get it done quicker that way.
Righto!
We want every rock and shrub cleared off the space we've marked out, fellas. I'm sorry to ask you to do it in the heat, but we'll have to work as hard as we can.
Well, don't worry, Algy. We're glad to work. We know there's only one day to do.
Yeah, that's right. Righto then, get stuck into it. What the blazes is that?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's a wandering Buddhist pilgrim. Many of them call it Nanhu.
Not for food, I hope.
Oh, well, they usually expect it, I'm afraid.
Well, he'll be disappointed this time. We've none to spare. Ming, hop out of that pilgrim and tell him what's happened, will you? Explain that the guest house is gone and that we're nearly out of food.
You do not wish him to come to the oasis?
No, I don't mind that, but we can't help him much if he does. Tell him now, and you may save him a walk.
I shall tell him.
Let's hope to goodness that's the last interruption we get today. We'll never finish the strip at this rate.
Oh, don't be despondent, Algy. With so many of us working on it, of course we shall.
Then hop into it again, blokes. Don't worry about Ming and the pilgrim.
Hey, Algy! Hear that?
What? Oh, Caesar's ghost. This place has a bigger population than London.
Algy, those horsemen are Kirghiz.
Why the blazes are they coming back? We gave them all the food we could.
I don't think it's the same party. This group is bigger.
So it is. Henrik, have you any idea what this could mean?
I'm afraid I have. The Kyrgyz who were here earlier must have met this party in the desert.
And told them about the food?
Yes, these men have come for more. They will take all we have.
There's simply not enough food at the oasis to supply the Kyrgyz and Algiers party. Is Henrik's guess right? Will Biggles arrive on time? Be sure you hear the next exciting episode of The Air Adventures of Biggles.